Hey everybody, Hazel Eyes here. A lot has changed since the implementation of the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack's inception. In this video, we will cover all major changes and why this pack is better than ever in 2022. So if you're wondering if this pack is any good, I would say that for starting the game, it's great. You get a free $1 million and a few starter businesses. I think the game would be pretty hard to start without it, so let's get to it with our rankings. The Apartment. I think this is by far the worst property in the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. There isn't a ton to this property at all. It has nothing in it but the few items that you can interact with that are in most properties in the game. The outside of the apartment is pretty basic and doesn't stand out at all, and the location is just okay. But again, this apartment doesn't do anything at all to benefit you within the game. You can't access a heist for having it, nor are there any other businesses associated with it. To put it simply, the apartment just exists, and you will eventually replace it over time. That is, if you even want to get another apartment. These days, even high-end apartments are useless outside of aesthetics, and heists you may do once even if that. The only other feature this apartment has is a 2-car garage, which is pretty small. It only allows you to place 2 cars in it, so once again, useless. The Bunker. The Bunker itself is actually a great property, but this location is considered the worst in the game. I learned that after doing some research on the topic. It's at the very top of the map, which just makes it terrible to have or invest money into it, because the bunker isn't any good until you make upgrades to it that cost an extra $1 million plus, so the bunker will lose you money until then. Although the specific bunker location is bad, doesn't mean that it can't be put to use because you're getting it free. You can stock it and do at least one run on it for a first time bonus that I think, if you're new, is very worth the time. After that, you would have to upgrade it to see any benefits. But I would advise against using this location for the long term because the missions would probably take almost double than a better location. The bunker also has the missions from the Criminal Enterprise DLC from this summer. You can now sell leftover weapon parts that also make this location better than in the past, even without the upgrades. You can earn $50,000 an hour from doing these simple missions, and they aren't nearly as bad as the actual normal bunker runs themselves. Overall, I want to make it clear that the bunker is a great business to have, but this particular location drops it down on the list of usefulness. The Garage. The Garage, I think, is a pretty decent middle-of-the-road property from the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. It's pretty basic and there isn't much to it, it just holds your cars. And because you get several free cars from the starter pack, you can instantly have 10 cars to choose from and drive around Los Santos. The location itself doesn't really matter because, at least in my experience, you don't really have to go to your garage itself often. You're not going to be going there, picking a car, and driving it out of there, so the location is pretty irrelevant. You're going to use your mechanic on your phone to get your cars from your garage, including all your businesses. So that's pretty much it on the garage. It stores 10 cars and it will be one of the many that you will own eventually in your GTA journey. The Counterfeit Cash Factory. This is the third best money per hour from all the MC businesses. In my experience, I've actually made more money from the Cash Factory than the other 2 MC businesses, but that's anecdotal. The Counterfeit Cash Factory also is one of the top 3 businesses when you own a nightclub to have as well. There are many benefits to having this property, and I think it's a must-have. The reason I only put this business at number 3 is because, in my opinion, some of the missions are just tedious. Once your stock bar is depleted, more often than not, you're going to have 2 vehicles, which can take upwards of 10 plus minutes to deliver. And the truck missions, as well as the post office missions, are some of the worst in the game, in my opinion. You have to drive very slow vehicles to 10 different locations. I try to skip these, and by doing so, you lose stock, thus losing profit. So this is why I'd rank the Cash Factory at number 3 and not higher. The MC Clubhouse. If it weren't for the Criminal Enterprise Update DLC, I think I'd rank this property lower. But with the update, I think this business is deserving of the number 2 spot on this list. The MC Clubhouse allows you to buy 5 different MC businesses and play as an MC Clubhouse manager, which allows you to operate these businesses. If you don't have an MC Clubhouse, there is no way to run these businesses, so the property is essential. The location you get with the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack is a great central location in between the most important MC businesses. That is the main reason this business is in the number 2 spot. But with the Criminal Enterprise DLC patch that just recently came to the game, it makes the MC Clubhouse even better. On average, you can earn a really easy $55K an hour, and you can weave this business in between your other money grinding methods, as long as you buy a custom bike shop for around $500K and do beer resupply missions to earn you an easy $5K every hour. This may not be worth it to some, but it's an easy $5K for doing an easy 5-minute mission. Overall, the MC Clubhouse is an essential part of the game and is deserving of that number 2 spot on this list. The Maze Bank West CEO Office. This is no doubt the number 1 property you get from the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. As a new player, it allows you to make money right away without other businesses in your arsenal. There are VIP missions that you can do that range from about $30K to $44K per mission, which you can usually do in under 10 minutes. Doing these missions are great for early levels and easy cash. My favorite is the Sightseer mission, which involves no combat, and this is great to do if you're low level. The reason the CEO office is so important is because for nearly all businesses in the game, you're going to need to be a CEO or VIP, which makes this business essential to have for the long run of playing GTA Online. Although these businesses aren't great like they used to be in the past, the vehicle warehouse and the special cargo warehouse are also attached to the CEO office. And with the Criminal Enterprise DLC, there are now export mixed goods missions attached to the cargo warehouse that makes getting a small one even worth it. You can earn a very easy $50K per mission. So since you need a CEO office to own a special cargo warehouse, it builds the value even more for the CEO office. Also, you can pay NPCs a low fee to stock your cargo warehouses for you, whereas you weren't able to in the past. Overall, the Maze Bank West property is one of the most important in the game, and it certainly is deserving of the number 1 spot for the Criminal Enterprise Starter Pack. Thanks for watching. I hope you all are having a great day. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.